I'm Ryan Hirsch, Senior Director and Head of Market Development at Surgent CPA Review. The industry is saturated with CPA review courses, with many that are simply not effective. And that's because as the content on the CPA exam grew and became more complex each year, the course providers responded by simply adding more video lectures, pages of textbooks, and even more practice questions. And then they just tell students to try studying more. Well, candidates were often studying 200 or more hours per section. And with the national CPA exam pass rates hovering close to 50%, it was clear that the study more approach really wasn't working. So we at Surgent decided to create something totally different. We first developed a proprietary adaptive learning software, which we call ASAP technology. And then we carefully designed our content to support an adaptive learning model. In essence, our ASAP technology determines what you know and, more importantly, what you don't know, and our software customizes a learning path accordingly, only serving up the right content that you need based on your knowledge gaps. As you work through the course, ASAP technology continues to adapt, tweaking the study plan to ensure that it's always delivering your most efficient path to getting a passing score. One of the features that lets us personalize your study plan so granularly is MyMCQ, our difficulty progression tool. MyMCQ automatically adjusts the difficulty level of multiple choice questions based on each candidate's level of proficiency in that topic, pushing them to more advanced competency levels and getting them exam ready more efficiently, even saving Surgent students an additional 17% of study time. And on top of that, you'll know exactly how exam ready you are every step of the way, thanks to our totally unique Ready Score feature, which tells you what you'd score if you sat for the CPA exam today, so you'll know without question when you're ready to pass. And the best part is, this system really works. We've pulled data from thousands of students who have used our course. On average, our users save more than 400 hours of study time when compared to traditional CPA review courses, while actually preparing you more. That's why our pass rate, which we have documented using a statistically significant number of collected scores, is substantially higher than the national average. Let me show you how it works. You'll start by selecting your CPA exam date and choosing how many days per week you plan to study. These two pieces of information help ASAP technology build a personalized study plan that will get you to a passing score on your timeline. Now, if you've looked at other CPA review courses, you know that they typically drop you straight into Chapter 1 and tell you to follow along through all of the content all the way down to the last chapter. But here at Surgent, we break the course into 4 phases, as you can see here. The first phase is the assessment. This is a critical step in the adaptive learning approach because this is how the course determines what you already know and don't know. At the end of your assessment, you'll get an initial ready score, which tells you how exam ready you are right now, along with a detailed diagnostic report identifying specifics about your baseline knowledge and gaps. Next, you'll move on to the study phase, where you'll be given the opportunity to review lectures, reading materials, go through multiple choice questions, and when the software determines that you're ready to start practice simulations, you can do that too. And when you've achieved a ready score of at least 80, the software will move you into the final phase, practice, where you'll be able to complete as many full CPA exams as you'd like in a format that mirrors the actual CPA exam. Let's take a deeper look at the assessment phase. In the assessment phase, you'll answer 350 multiple choice questions, which are divided into 10 quizzes. And I know that sounds like a lot, but we've done the statistical analysis to determine that this is the optimal number of questions to allow the algorithm to build your customized study plan. And remember, this adaptive plan will save you way more time in the long run than you'll spend during the initial assessment. Now, while you're completing these assessment questions, you'll simply answer them to the best of your ability based on your current knowledge. Don't worry if you don't know the answers to every question. This is just to get your baseline. Even though the answer explanations will be available if you get a question incorrect, Don't worry about reviewing those in this particular phase. Just keep answering the remaining questions until you complete the assessment. Once you complete all 10 quizzes, you'll receive a diagnostic report, summarizing your starting point and showing you your initial ready score. Our algorithm uses your performance on the assessment along with real CPA exam scoring to give you this highly predictive measure of what you would score on the real exam if you took it now. If you recently graduated or have a lot of work experience, you may actually be surprised with how much you've already mastered. Or your ready score may indicate that in certain exam sections, you actually have a pretty long way to go. Remember, this is just your initial baseline. As you proceed in the course, you'll see your ready score improve on your dashboard. There are also a few other items on your diagnostic that are very helpful. In your study progress, you'll see the estimated number of hours you will need to study to pass this section based on your starting knowledge level and using comparative data from thousands of other students. Our algorithm will also estimate how many hours you will save by using our adaptive learning model instead of the traditional study everything approach that you'd get with the other review providers. And toward the bottom of the report, you'll see your specific areas of strengths and weaknesses by content areas. Now that you have a detailed understanding of your baseline, it's time to move into the study phase. Once you're in the study phase, you'll have an area at the top of your dashboard called the Daily Surge. This area will guide you through your unique and customized study plan, always focusing you on areas that you need to study the most. From your Daily Surge, you'll be able to choose what type of study session you'd like to start and then immediately launch your next set of multiple choice questions, bite-sized videos, or reference materials, all selected for you based on your comprehension level and course progress to that point. Let's take a look at a question from a sample practice session. Once you answer a particular question, you'll see a variety of resources to help you understand the underlying topic. Directly within the answer screen, you'll see a detailed explanation of why a particular answer is correct and why the other answers are incorrect. You'll also have the option to go deeper into our vast resources by clicking on a video link or clicking into a glossary of terms or even clicking a link to our reference textbook. Surgent carefully designed the content to make it easy for you to be productive within a very short, focused study session. Not only does this course design align well for busy students who may be balancing other life demands, but also those who just don't have large blocks of time to figure out exactly when they're going to study. But this type of focused learning helps many students better retain the information. Okay, let's go back to the dashboard so I can walk you through some other key areas that provide you helpful information to keep you on track towards passing. This area is a snapshot of your overall performance, including your updated ready score for your multiple choice questions, and once you start to work on simulations, you'll see a separate ready score for sims. You'll also see how many days you have left before your exam date, how many hours you've studied, your current study streak, and your daily study time right over here. Over here, you'll see all of the content categories for your particular section of the exam. This provides a more granular view, showing your ready score for each individual content category. A green score indicates that you're scoring above 80% and that you are prepared for the content in this section. A red score indicates that your score is less than 70% and you still have more studying that you need to do. A yellow score means that you're scoring between a 70 and a 79% and you're on the verge of being exam ready in this particular content category, but just need a little bit more time. In addition to seeing your overall ready scores in each content category, you can also review how you're doing in the subtopics by expanding these sections. So depending on where you are in your study phase, you can choose to either follow the guidelines provided in your Daily Surge or use this dashboard to focus on a specific weak area by launching a selective study session. In order to launch a selective study session, you simply click the Study button and you will be given the option to choose what type of study session you'd like to start. Would you like to launch a short 5-question session or maybe a longer one? Or maybe you want to work on a particular question that you've seen in the past and want to revisit. You also have the option of watching selected videos that are associated with any topics that you may not have mastered. Just click the Watch Video icon and you'll be given a list of all of the videos in that particular content category. Just click the link and you'll be taken to that particular video lecture. As we were building our course, we kept our videos short and focused so you'll be able to quickly get instruction on the specific topics you need to shore up. Nearly all of our videos are just 5 to 20 minutes long instead of an hour or more that is pretty much standard with most other review courses. As I mentioned earlier, our adaptive course will determine when you've mastered enough multiple choice questions to begin working on simulations. It will move you into the study plus simulations phase, and simulations will then appear as part of your daily surge. You may also launch a simulation manually from the study phase, should you wish to. You can choose which type of simulation you'd like to attempt. Surgent's editorial team developed challenging simulations for each type of sim, so you'll be completely prepared for the actual CPA exam. This is critical because simulations are a huge component of the exam. Let's take a look at a task-based sim, for example. Once you launch a simulation from your daily surge or simulation grid on your dashboard, you will select a choice and then be taken to a detailed answer key, explaining how to get full credit for that simulation. You'll also see your simulation ready score once you're in the study plus simulation phase of study. This will ensure that you focus enough time on this critical part of the exam. We recommend that you keep studying until you achieve an 80 in both your multiple choice question and simulation ready scores. And ensure that all of your individual content area ready score dials are showing green. And you can be confident in your ready score. Our research has shown that the ready score is able to predict actual reported CPA exam scores with 99% accuracy. At this point, you can move into the final phase, practice. Surgent allows you to take unlimited practice exams. Our course matches the actual CPA exam and even includes the same tool pages and timings, which help candidates refine their time management skills. You can launch a practice exam from the Surge card, or you can select the mock exam icon at the bottom of your dashboard. That covers all 4 phases of Surgent CPA Review, the only truly adaptive review course on the market. I hope this overview has helped you understand how our course can help guide you toward achieving a passing score while taking the quickest and most efficient path possible for you. We wish you the best on your journey to becoming a certified public accountant. Thank you for your time.